and thought, who is that? And then realized, oh, it's me. We are changing. In this stage of life, we are just looking in the mirror and seeing someone totally new. Somehow, overnight, your face looks softer, lower, and slightly unfamiliar. Well, it's happening. My face is falling, and I'm not mad about it. I'm just aware. Now, every year I feel like I look a little bit more like my mother, and that's not really a bad thing. She was really very youthful looking right up until her passing in her mid 80s. So I'm praying that those genetics are keep up the good job. But today I really want to talk honestly about this stage of life. We don't discuss it enough. Post-menopause, or as I like to call it, ladiopause. Because it really does feel like your body kind of hit a pause. It rewrote the rules and didn't send you the updated email. Before we go any further, I'm not a doctor. I have no formal medical ed training, and I'm just a woman walking through this season of life, sharing personal experience of what I'm learning along the way. Also, I have not used any hormonal replacement therapy. I am going through this stage on a wing and a prayer, a, and a really good moisturizer. And as always, every woman's journey is very different, but there are some very common threads that many of us share. Now, we lose collagen as we age, and estrogen plays a huge role in maintaining skin thickness and elasticity. And when estrogen drops, the skin can become thinner, drier, and less firm. Hence, the falling face. Yes, collagen supplements can support hydration and elasticity, and they may improve the skin's barrier and strength and reduce the appearance of wrinkles over time. But will it reverse gravity? No. So gravity just remains undefeated. Honestly, I'm learning that this stage is less about fighting change and more about adjusting how we see ourselves. Now let's talk about hot flashes. After 9 years, mine are finally decreasing during the day. But nighttime, that's another story. I wake up feeling like I just ran a marathon in a sauna. My pajamas are damp, my hairline is soaking wet, and the blankets are kicked off. Here's the thing. Every woman's experience is vividly different. And my sister had hot flashes for 1 year. One. And then she was done. I'm still processing that level of injustice. Some women never have them at all. They just stop menstruating and quietly move on to the next stage. Now, I've noticed that many of my hot flashes are triggered emotionally. If I get upset or embarrassed or stressed out, here comes the internal volcano. And sleep, yes, well, sleep can suffer. And when sleep suffers, everything suffers. Though I will say, for me, perimenopause was worse for me emotionally and sleep-wise. Post-menopause for me feels a little more stable aside from the nighttime sauna sessions. During perimenopause, I was not myself. Mood swings, tears for no reason, and irritability that surprised even me. It felt like my nervous system was just walking around exposed. Postmenopause feels a little steadier, but some women experience heightened anxiety, depression, or irritability even after the transition. And I want to pause here to say something very important. If you feel overwhelmed, hopeless, or unlike yourself, please talk to your physician. There is no prize for suffering silently. This stage can challenge our mental health in ways that we never would anticipate, and you deserve support. Oh, let's talk about brain fog. Oh my gosh. So, how often do you walk into a room and forget completely why you even entered the room? Or you're searching for a word mid-sentence. Brain fog is real. I experience it occasionally, or maybe sometimes more often than I'd like to admit. I blame my sleep first, but hormonal shifts absolutely play a role. And it can be unsettling, especially for women who have always been sharp and organized and on top of everything. It can shake your confidence a little bit. Let's talk about things that we don't really mention very often that are kind of hush hush. There's vaginal dryness, atrophy, and discomfort during intimacy. And these can be very real issues and affect the quality of your life and relationships. And they're medical issues, they're not personal failures. Lowered libido can all definitely happen. Hormones shift, energy shifts, and your comfort level shifts. If it affects your life, please talk to a professional. There are solutions. Other changes that some women may experience are joint and muscle aches, increased stiffness, more UTIs or urgency, and heart palpitations. And some women explain that they experience dry eye and dry mouth. And sometimes you sit there thinking, oh, is this menopause or am I just falling apart? You are not falling apart. Your body is shifting into a new hormonal reality. Now, let's talk about the thing that seems to offend us the most, the midsection weight gain. You can eat the same way you've eaten for years, and suddenly your genes are negotiating with you. Metabolism slows, your muscle mass definitely decreases, and fat distribution changes. And losing weight requires so much more effort and intention. Many women report success with a Mediterranean style diet, cutting out refined carbs and sugars. But there's something I want to emphasize. Movement matters more than perfection. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need any fancy equipment. A walk around the backyard is a great way to keep your body moving. Gentle strength training, stretching in your living room. Movement lifts your mood. It supports bone density, protects your muscles, and helps you sleep. It's not about punishment, it's about support. Here's something we don't talk about enough. Menopause isn't just physical, it's identity. We move from the reproductive years into something very different. And sometimes that shift feels invisible. Society often regards youth, fertility, and smooth skin as the things you must have. But there is power here, wisdom, freedom. No more monthly cycles, no more worried about getting pregnant, and a deeper understanding of who we are. This stage can feel a little bit like loss, but it also can feel a little bit like clarity. So let me ask you, what has been the hardest part for you? Has it been the mood swings, sleep, weight, dryness, the feeling that you don't recognize yourself, or maybe the silence around it? Because that might be the hardest part of all. We never were really taught what to expect, and some of us think we're in it alone, and we're not. If this resonates with you, I'd really love to hear your experience. Chime in below in the comments. Let's talk about it. Because the more we talk about it, the less isolating it becomes. And if you're walking through ladiopause right now, you're not falling apart, even if your face is falling a little. You're evolving. Thank you for watching. Thanks for chiming in below, and I'll see you the next time.